Welcome to Star Watch Now, your front row seat to all the hottest gossip, drama, and breaking news from the world of entertainment. If it's trending, shocking, or star-studded, we're covering it. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss what's coming next. What if I told you that one actor, yes, just one, has single-handedly rewritten the rules of streaming success in China? That a drama, released without massive fanfare, shattered a 22-year-old industry record in less than a week? This isn't clickbait. This is the phenomenon of Xiao Zhan and the unstoppable force that is the Legend of Zhonghai. You're a major streaming platform. You've launched dozens of dramas, some great, some forgettable. You've seen numbers rise and fall. Then suddenly, a new release explodes onto your servers, and within 72 hours, everything changes. Your data dashboard lights up like never before. Conversions skyrocket. App retention triples. Subscribers pour in like it's Black Friday in the digital world. That's exactly what happened to Youku when they quietly dropped The Legend of Zhonghai, starring the ever-enigmatic Xiao Zhan. No massive marketing blitz. No over-the-top promotion. Just a well-crafted drama, and an actor whose name alone can ignite a movement. By day 3, the drama wasn't just trending. It had entered Youku's top 9 all-time subscriber driving series. That means more people signed up specifically to watch this drama than nearly any other in the platform's 22-year history. Let that sink in. A record untouched for over 2 decades. Smashed. Industry insiders were stunned. How could one drama, one actor, generate this level of pull in such a crowded market? We're talking about an era where viewer loyalty shifts with every scroll, every swipe. But The Legend of Zhonghai wasn't just another trending title. It was a cultural event, a digital tidal wave with Xiao Zhan at the epicenter. And this was just the beginning. What happened next would ripple through fan communities, boardrooms, and even rewrite how streaming platforms measure success. So buckle up, because the storm that no one saw coming is only getting started. In an age where digital metrics speak louder than headlines, the numbers behind The Legend of Zhonghai weren't just good, they were historic. Let's start with Douyin, China's fast-paced short video platform where opinions are often fleeting and brutal. There, the show amassed over 280,000 public reviews in just a short span. But here's where jaws really dropped. 96% of those reviews were 5-star ratings. That's not just high praise. That's nearly total consensus in one of the most opinion-divided digital spaces in Asia. Think about it. When was the last time you saw nearly 300,000 people agree on anything, especially a drama? But it doesn't stop there. A real-time poll asked a simple question. Is The Legend of Zhonghai worth watching? Over 26,000 viewers responded. And the result? 100% said yes. Let's repeat that. 100%. No debate. No trolls. Just full-on approval from tens of thousands of people across demographics, locations, and time zones. Analysts, marketers, and even rival platforms were left scrambling for answers. How could one show achieve such rare digital harmony? Theories ranged from Xiao Zhan's unmatched fan loyalty to perfect release timing. But deep down, everyone knew. This wasn't a marketing fluke. This was the kind of organic wildfire that algorithms can't predict, ad budgets can't manufacture, and even stars rarely ignite. It was lightning in a bottle, and The Legend of Zhonghai had just become the benchmark for what 21st century success looks like in the entertainment world. And yet, somehow, the story behind these numbers is even more compelling than the numbers themselves. So what fuels a phenomenon like this? Is it just great acting? Powerful script? Smart marketing? Not quite. The real force behind The Legend of Zhonghai wasn't just Xiao Zhan's screen presence. It was the fandom's firepower. In the weeks following the show's premiere, social media erupted. But this wasn't just surface-level buzz. This was deep, organized, and emotionally driven engagement. Thousands of fans didn't just watch the drama. They documented their reactions, analyzed character development, and even created stunning fan art inspired by key scenes. On platforms like Weibo, Douyin, and Bilibili, tags like #ZhongHaiAnalysis and #ShaoZhanMasterclass trended for days. One fan's video breaking down a single 12-second scene between Xiao Zhan's character and his rival racked up over 1.2 million views in under 24 hours. Think about that. A single scene, not a fight sequence, not a twist reveal, just a moment of eye contact and restrained emotion. That's the level of connection fans were experiencing. Even more powerful was the emotional honesty in their posts. People weren't just saying, "This was good." They were writing, "I saw myself in his silence. This helped me process something I've been carrying for years." That's not typical entertainment. That's personal transformation. And as this emotional resonance spread, something extraordinary happened. Casual viewers became evangelists. They didn't just recommend the show. They defended it. They debated it. They made it part of their identity. When that level of investment hits critical mass, you're no longer dealing with a fan base. You're witnessing a movement. And at the center of it all, a man who didn't ask for the spotlight, but became its most worthy bearer. Let's be honest, good acting is everywhere these days. With the rise of drama schools, streaming budgets, and global collaborations, it's easier than ever to find technically great performances. But what Xiao Zhan delivers in The Legend of Zhonghai isn't just skill. It's presence. The kind that doesn't shout, doesn't beg for applause, but commands attention with every silent moment. In a role that demanded internal turmoil, subtle strength, and unshakable moral gravity, Xiao Zhan didn't just play the part, he became it. There's a moment in episode 4. No big twist, no major dialogue. Just a lingering glance, his eyes filled with exhaustion and dignity. Fans paused, rewatched, discussed. They caught how his fist slightly trembled, how his breath staggered, but he said nothing. That silence hit harder than any monologue. According to Zhang Ban, the drama's producer, Xiao Zhan wasn't chosen for fame or fan following. He was cast because he embodied the soul of the character. We needed someone who could carry pain quietly, make stillness feel like movement. Xiao Zhan didn't perform. He lived it. This isn't the Xiao Zhan of flashy stage lights or high-budget endorsements. This is the Xiao Zhan forged by restraint, by discipline, by the understanding that the spaces between lines matter more than the lines themselves. And that's where he shines brightest, in the quiet moments where other actors might reach, but he reflects. His performance has not only elevated the show, it's reshaped audience expectations, proving that raw emotional depth still has a place in an industry racing toward spectacle. In a world chasing noise, Xiao Zhan reminds us that stillness is power, and presence, when authentic, is unforgettable. When most dramas succeed, the impact is felt in views, maybe trending charts, and a temporary spike in social media chatter. But The Legend of Zhonghai? It didn't just perform well. It triggered a structural shift inside one of China's biggest streaming giants, Youku. Almost overnight, the platform witnessed a triple spike in app retention, record-breaking conversion rates, and a stunning rise in session duration. These aren't vanity metrics, these are the lifelines of a tech company. The data spoke one truth loud and clear. People weren't just watching, they were staying, and executives took notice. Industry insiders reported that following Zhonghai's release, Youku fast-tracked multiple high-quality scripts that had previously been shelved for being too deep or too character-driven. Suddenly, nuanced storytelling was in. Why? Because Xiao Zhan had proved that audiences still crave emotional depth over empty spectacle. When it's done right. Advertisers, too, saw the writing on the wall. Brands scrambled to align themselves with the show's cultural momentum. Products appeared in fan edits. Promotional partnerships were launched. Xiao Zhan wasn't just the face of a drama anymore, he was a marketing ecosystem. But perhaps the biggest shift was philosophical. Youku's internal strategy shifted from chasing fast trends to building loyal audiences. They realized something: one performance, one character, one honest connection can yield more return than 10 forgettable releases. And that realization? It started with a quiet man in a heavy role, and ended with an entire platform rethinking what success really means. This wasn't just content. It was strategy-altering storytelling, and Xiao Zhan was both the spark and the standard. Following the show's launch, Youku experienced more than just subscriber growth. It saw a tangible spike in app retention, session duration, and even climbed the App Store charts. But the biggest impact: internal strategy shifts. Reports reveal Youku greenlit more character-driven dramas, reconsidered casting processes, and fast-tracked quality scripts. All because of one show. Xiao Zhan didn't just deliver a hit. He changed corporate direction. Part of Xiao Zhan's enduring appeal lies in his authenticity. He doesn't chase headlines. He builds trust through charity work, respectful interviews, and humble behavior. His fans don't just follow his career, they grow with him. That emotional connection is the engine behind this phenomenon. It's not just fandom, it's a shared journey. In a content-saturated market where flashy visuals often replace meaningful narratives, the Legend of Zhonghai stands apart. Proves that storytelling, when done with heart, still reigns supreme. That an actor's authenticity can reshape entire platforms. That audiences still crave depth, not just spectacle. This wasn't just a hit. It was a cultural reset. A challenge to the industry. Raise your game or get left behind. If you've made it this far, thank you for being part of this deep dive into one of the most important media events in recent Chinese entertainment history. Now it's your turn. Backhand index pointing right. Have you watched The Legend of Zhonghai yet? Backhand index pointing right. What do you think makes Xiao Zhan so captivating? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We read every one. Bell, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the biggest stars and stories shaping Asian entertainment. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Hashtag Xiao Zhan, hashtag The Legend of Zhonghai, hashtag Asian Drama Breakdown. Pushpin video stats recap for on-screen graphics, if needed. Collision 96% 5-star ratings. Douyin. Rocket 22-year streaming record broken. Youku. Chart increasing 100% poll approval. 26,000 plus users. Artist palette 280,000 plus Douyin reactions plus fan art.